Hey there guys, it's Liz here, and I am on a 30-minute drive right now. And before some of you guys sit there and say, oh my God, she's doing a video while she's driving, I'm not looking at the camera, and whether or not I would be recording this, I'm always talking to myself while I'm driving, like all the time. Whether I am praying out loud or I am just thinking about something that is going on in my business and kind of talking myself through it, or I'm coming up with just ideas and brainstorming about things I want to teach you guys, I'm always talking to myself. Always. And so the only difference here is that I'm recording it for you guys to benefit. So if you're getting all offended, the fact that I'm driving while I'm talking to myself, which I'm sure you guys talk to yourselves, or you're singing along to music, or listen to podcasts, or listen to audiobooks while you're driving, the only difference is I'm recording it while I'm doing it. So I wanted to come on and talk to two different sets of people right now. And this topic was spurred by a question I got asked earlier today by one of my business partners and one of my really good friends. And so I'm coming today to talk to the people that feel like they are being judged because they are making healthy choices, whether it's that you go to the gym every day or that you're choosing to like bring healthier meals to work, or like not go out to eat with your coworkers at lunch for pizza because you're singing and having the salad that you brought, or just not going out 5 nights a week to drink when maybe that's what your friends are doing. Whatever the healthy decision is that you're doing, sometimes you feel like you're judged, right? And then the second group of people I'm talking to is maybe the people that are judging other people that are making healthy choices and not even realizing it, and almost having some form of resentment towards people that seem like they have the motivation, the consistency, and the discipline that you wish that you would have to make the healthy decisions. And so you have this form of resentment against anybody that you meet that maybe makes the healthier choices or looks the way that you would want or feels the way that you want and has that vitality in life that you want. And you almost start judging them before you even know them, because I know some people that have sat there and thought to themselves like, oh, well, they make healthy choices, or they brought their own meal and they must think that they're better than everybody else because, they made a healthy choice. Like, good for you. Bravo. And so I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here, but I had a voice memo that a friend sent to me this morning and was like, Alyssa, I just want to get your feedback on this, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way, but I'm sure you have experienced this, and I'm just looking for some advice here. And so she was like, I just feel like I'm hitting some resistance with some people, whether they be like new people that I meet or, current friends that I have, that I just feel like they're freaking judging me for making healthy choices. Like, I feel like they're judging me, the fact that, I go to the gym every day and I make it a priority, or they're judging me for wanting to make my healthy food choices. And she's like, it's not like I'm going to let this deter me. It's not like I'm going to let this change my behavior, but like, it is a struggle. Like, sometimes, especially if you meet somebody for the first time and maybe, you're in, a little bit better shape than they are, or you're making a healthier choice. She was like, did you ever feel like people just kind of turn their nose up at you and almost look at you like, oh, you think you're better than everybody else? And I'm like, oh girl, I am so glad that you asked me this question, because I dealt with that for the entire time, the 5-6 years that I worked at Texas Roadhouse as a server, because I would bring my own meals, and yeah, I'd enjoy a cheat meal, like my smokehouse burger every once in a while, or have a basket of the bread with like those amazing rolls with the honey cinnamon butter. Like, I literally just drool just talking about it. But I was like, yes, I dealt with it all the time. And then you have new servers that come on board and didn't know my ritual by that point of me bringing my healthy meals every day. I brought my lean meats, my healthy carb sources, fat sources, and veggies, and you get that look of judgment, and some people look at you like, oh, you're too good to eat the food here, or you go to a birthday party, or you go to an event and you're like, no, I can't eat this, or I can't eat that, or I choose not to eat this, or I choose not to eat that. And that was one of the big things that we were talking about today when I responded to this girl's voice memo. And I was like, what I realized is that when I was getting ready for a fitness competition, I was training for a bodybuilding competition, and I had the desire to have my meals pre-portioned and do meal prep and be focused just because I wanted a certain physique look and I wanted to win my show. I got a lot more judgment than when I ended up realizing that I had a hell of a lot more health issues than I thought I did. and I found out that I had, adrenal fatigue and 56 different food sensitivities and leaky gut. So when I start telling people that I'm eating a certain way or I'm making certain choices because I have a certain health issue, they're a lot more supportive. If someone's like, oh, I have Crohn's or I have colitis, or, I'm a recovering, I'm in cancer recovery, I'm in remission, or, I have Lyme disease and I have to eat this way because it reduces the inflammation in my body. Like, when you end up saying, oh, I'm making these certain health choices because I have some type of ailment or condition or disease, tends to be a lot more accepted, because they're like, oh, she has a reason or he has a reason why they're making this decision. But if you just say that you're doing this for you because you want more out of life, because you want to feel better, because you want to have more energy, it's not as supported, because it just seems like, oh, okay, well, good for you. Now, that's not everybody, and I just want to make it clear, but it's often experienced by people that are trying to make healthy choices that they are poo-pooed on by people that, are supposed to be people that love and care about and support them, and they are literally just giving them a hard time because maybe they're not used to them, setting boundaries with other people and not eating foods that they no longer wish to fuel their body with anymore. Or, they sacrifice, going out for happy hour because they have a date night with themselves at the gym. And there's nothing wrong with that. And so my first message to the people that are trying to make healthy choices but feel like they're just constantly being judged by other people who just maybe don't understand why they're making the decision, or those other people that are judging them are just really uncomfortable with themselves at that point, that it kind of pains them to see someone making a decision that that person wishes they could have the determination and the motivation to make. Just keep on doing what you're doing because you're doing this for you and the life that you live, and that person that is judging you doesn't have to deal with how shitty you feel if you don't eat the way that you want to eat, or just like the lack of self-esteem that you have if you don't continue going to the gym and getting that endorphin rush, or just putting that time, making a priority for you. Like, that person does not have to deal with your life. If the person that is judging you doesn't have to deal with the decisions that you make and the consequences that come from your decisions, then their opinion doesn't matter, it is not relevant. So that was my message to the people that are really struggling to make the healthy choices because they feel like they're being judged. But now I have a very empathetic message that goes to the people that are struggling with just not judging or not feeling resentful against people that maybe are making the healthy choices, and you wish you could. And it seems so much easier for everybody else. You're like, oh my God, okay, well, I thought that I couldn't make healthy choices or make the right decisions because I'm a single mom with 2 kids to take care of, and I'm really freaking struggling, and that's been your story for so long. But then you go and you see another mom, whether it's, on Instagram or it's a friend of yours, that starts to make healthy choices and has the same story as you do and the same challenges as you do, or similar challenges. And it starts to become harder for you to swallow that you're not able to make those same choices. You're like, why am I not able to make this, gym date or gym commitment for me when, my friend Sally over there has 2 kids and she's making it work? And we'll come up with all these excuses as to why we can't do it. And I'm not saying people don't have it hard. Like, trust me, I get it. You may have a bunch of shit going on right now that you're like, Alyssa, if you only knew. You're right. If I only knew, I may speak to you in a little bit of a different manner. But we have to figure out how to deal with where we're at. What is your alternative? That's what I have to ask you, is what is your alternative than to just try and find some type of solution? Maybe you can't go to the gym for an hour or, 90 minutes like Sam does. But can you do one of my 5-minute body blasters, squeeze it in and figure out how to, make healthier meals that you and your family enjoy? Absolutely. And so you don't have to go balls to the wall crazy to make these healthy choices, but stop talking yourself out of being able to do it. And you don't have to do it maybe as insanely as somebody else that but there's a solution out there that's for you. And there's a way for you to make this a lifestyle. And it's really easy to look at other people that are making it work and say, well, if they only had my issue, if they only had my challenges and my obstacles, my struggles, they wouldn't be able to make it happen. Maybe not the same way that they're making it happen right now, but they would have the desire to and the drive to. And so I say that with as much love and transparency and encouragement to you as I possibly can, because if you're looking for a way to be able to make it work for you, I've worked with people of all different sizes, shapes, forms, genders, career roles, struggles, health issues. So book a breakthrough session with me. Let's figure out what your biggest struggles are and what your next step should be, what your next solution should be. But love on the people that are making healthy choices. And if you're one of those people that wishes that you could make the healthy choice but just doesn't see the roadmap or the blueprint as to how you can make that happen, reach out to me and I'm here to help you make that happen. Mwah. Love you guys.